Welcome to the Pick and Pay Stellenbosch 2019 Wine Festival. I'm sitting here with Dave Ramsden from Pick and Pay. Dave, this event, yesterday caused an absolute storm in social media. It's been so well attended and Joburgers have looked forward to this for so much. What does this mean for Pick and Pay?
Good morning to everybody, hello to yourselves, and fantastic to have Hot919 on site with us. We think that this is going to become a very important wine cultural event. I think what it means is that customers, loyal customers, smart shoppers and just the public at large can come and sample what the finest of what Stellenbosch has to offer, paired with the finest that Pick and Pay has to offer on our fresh food side. And look at the weather, it's fantastic, it's a brilliant venue in the middle of Johannesburg. The tickets at $225 are very reasonable. You come and you get to spend the whole day out with your family, and you have a great day tasting wines, sampling the Pick and Pay food. So we think all around a brilliant event on the cultural calendar.
In terms of where Pick and Pay is at, I assume that the styling of this event and where this event is targeted at is very much directed to a specific audience who's obviously interested in wines and lifestyle.
Exactly right. So in Pick and Pay, we consider ourselves to be very firmly positioned in the middle of the market. We like to think that we're a broad church for all our customers, and so we aim to please that rump, that middle part of the market.
So you say rump?
The rump.
I thought you said.
There you go. Yes. The idea being that we don't want to be too far up to the top, and also we have other elements in our business that service the budget or the value area of the business. So the core Pick and Pay customer, which is what we go after here, is very open to innovation, open to new ideas, and we find that introducing this wine as a cultural part of our offering will grow it. And we think that all South Africans deserve good food and good wine, and we want to be in a great place to offer that to them.
And why specifically Stellenbosch? Outside of the wine, is there such a wide range in Stellenbosch that you felt the need to showcase that?
Indeed, that's a great question. Why Stellenbosch? We've been partnering with Stellenbosch now for decades, in fact. And the reason why Stellenbosch is because it's the oldest wine route in South Africa. It's been going for many, many years. And they have such a wide variety of wines on offer.
Fantastic. This hits the Hot919 audience bullseye, this type of event. They love this type of event. Now, something I've been very curious about over the last few years is that the word wine pairing is used a lot more than I've ever heard it used in the past. This is obviously a huge aspect of food and wine moving together, and it hits Pick and Pay bullseye, right?
Indeed. I'm so happy that it's your bullseye, because then we have something in common, right? But 100%. Food pairing and wine tasting, we've got a very, very exciting development. The unique selling point of this event amongst the many, many events that are available is, besides us having the actual winemakers present, we've got 48 of the actual winemaker, not the staff, not the administrators, the winemaker himself are here. But in addition to that, we've got an innovation in our tasting rooms. So what we do in our tasting rooms is we invite the top chefs in Johannesburg to join with us, and they develop these pairing menus. So we've got 10 different wine estates in our tasting rooms. We've got 5 shows today, 5 shows yesterday, and each show talks through 3 different wines paired with 3 different types of foods. Right. And what that does is, and why we say it's important culturally, is because what that tasting and pairing does, it enables people to understand that you don't need to be a Lani, you don't need to be super rich, it doesn't need to be unaffordable to take wine, which is a natural great drink, and pair that with food, because both of them are palatable. The one complements the other, and I guess it's like, why do you add spice to your food?
Exactly.
You add spice to your food to make it better, to have a richer experience.
Absolutely. So on wine pairings, the crew gave me a challenge to ask you. I'm not sure.
Challenges, but I'm up for it.
I'm not sure if you're a connoisseur of pairings, and if you know your pairings really well. But for example, the easy ones are red meat, white meat. Everyone knows that. What type of wine would you recommend we have with a nice pup?
With a nice pup, you could have any one of those. Because it depends what you have the pup with. Pup is a natural extender. It's actually a fantastic product. Most South Africans have pup with every meal, and the good thing about pup is that it fits in with most things. So it depends if you're having pup with meat gravy, pup with a chicken broth. It depends what you're doing. But you could actually have Other than the bubblies, I think you could have any of those wines with pop.
And one of the Hot 91 DJs, I won't mention any names, but it might have been Tony Murrell, may have asked me, may or may not have asked me,
maybe, right?
what wine, and this is his question, it's a true question, what wine do you pair with beer?
What wine do you pair with beer? Well, how's this for crazy? So I don't know if it was Tony, but these trick questions are brilliant. But let me say this to you: that there's a beer maker in Cape Town that has made buchu beer, cherry beer, and wine beer.
Oh, really? So
yes. So there is a Pinotage beer that does exist. So yes, it's not crazy.
Yeah.
You can actually have one beer or beer one. And all of these combinations, because what makes it brilliant is that it depends on your palate. You know, some people like bland food, some people like spicy food.
Yeah.
Some people like beer with their wine, others like wine with their beer.
That's fantastic. I didn't know that existed. But I'm going to
Indeed,
definitely tell
indeed,
Tony.
indeed.
Dave, thank you for joining us today on Hot TV. I'm sure the audience really appreciates the information and unpacking what this event actually means and why they should attend next year, most importantly. We've really enjoyed it. I see there's some great bands here. Thank you for joining us, and I hope that you are going to get to do some wine tasting now.
Indeed. Look, in closing, can I just say that it's been an absolute delight this year having the Hot 919 team here. I think when I compare this year to last year, we've got a much bigger audience here. We've got the right people here. Yesterday they were spending on all the right brands. So we really delighted, and we hope to replicate this next year and build on it.
You're most welcome, sir. And thank you too.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
As you can see, it's a bottle of wine. I've got no wine here. Here we go. I need my wine. This is a hard job, but somebody's got to do it. I want a glass.
Great, where's your glass?
I don't know. I don't have a glass. You're the fourth one I've been to now.
Right, so I'm going to pour you some Sauvignon Blanc. It seems to be a favorite because we sold out the middle of yesterday already.
I went to next door. They gave me this amount. You're giving me this amount.
So where's your coupons?
Are you going to take one or two?
So let's have a taste.
Okay, so explain this wine.
This is the 2018 Blanc de Noir, made from the Mourvedre grapes. It's a bit different in wine style making. We still use an old basket press to press the grapes, so we get a very light press on it, and therefore the very delicate color.
No, you can only tell me about this wine when you get to there.
Great, first have a taste, then we see.
Okay, I'm tasting the. Is it a dry? Is it a dry?
But you should pick up lovely flavors of strawberry and candy floss.
Okay.
It's good, eh? Very, very fruit driven. Lots of guava.
Do you know the problem is with this wine? The glass is not big enough. The taste is lovely, but you see, I'm only happy when the glass is that full.
But you can drink a lot of this wine.
Oh, that's very nice. It's dry, but also got a sort of floral taste to it. Very nice. Yeah, I'm just saying, the glass is a bit small. Don't you think the glass is very small? Can you put some more in there? Thank you. And when the glass is that full, you can tell me.
Guava.
What do you know about
I
wine?
love guava.
Do you love this wine?
Oh, it's so rounded and so beautifully.
Sorry, this guy does not know anything about wine. He drinks juice most of the day. And I'm a bit worried, actually, because he's an ex-alcoholic taking a glass of wine, and he should never have done that. That's very nice, eh? You can see a lot of care and attention and detail has been put into that wine.
You know, we put a lot of care into our vineyards, and then the wine makes itself.
Do you ever tread the grapes?
Sorry?
Do you ever?
Yes, definitely. We have a festival every year in harvest time, our harvest festival, and then people have loads of fun, like running on the grapes and stomping grapes. And
How many people have athlete's foot while doing that?
I mean, it only contributes to the taste. So
Oh, lovely. Well, I couldn't taste any. There's no resignation of athlete's foot in this.
right.
It's a very nice wine,
Right, I'm glad you enjoyed it.
and he's going to fill it up even more. I love this man. So we're in the Pick and Pay tasting room. This is where you get amazing wine paired with the most amazing food. I've got Spencer from Warwick, the famous Warwick First Lady.
That's us.
How are you doing, Spencer?
Good, thank you, mate. Yourself?
I've also got Tom here, who can whip up a storm in the kitchen.
I hope so, and hopefully my customers also agree.
I hear you're very good with a spatula, but that's another story. So tell us, I mean, you two, do you know one another well? Because, I mean, you've got a great wine.
2 minutes?
Literally?
Yeah.
Literally, so
And it's
you've...
been a really good 2 minutes.
But
So-
I've had a longer relationship with his wine. So
I thought you said his wife then, which would have been totally wrong. You've got to actually pair the food that complements the wine. How do you do that?
well, you look at the wine, you taste the wine, and you see what elements of I mean, wine is complex. There's so many different flavors and scents, and and I think that I look at those in a specific wine, and then I think, wow, if a wine has elements of melon in it, I think let's pull a melon. But at the same time, I want to challenge people and not just go classic and say here's a piece of steak, here's a Bordeaux blend.
Yeah.
I want to go, it's summer and it's hot. How can we do things differently to adjust to the weather? And that's the fun of pairing wine and food.
Are you confident that Tom is in the next sitting is going to prepare the food in the way you want it?
Well, I'm going to have to be, because there's no going back from here. But no, but well, first thing, most important thing, you can't change the wine, you can't change the food. So it's not like we can go back and just change what the wine tastes like. So I'm super confident Tom's nailed it. He's got all the right elements. I've had a look at the menu, some really exciting stuff.
So what do we have on the menu then?
So I think it's important. We're just going to talk about what we were. So this is a nice play on something red. We've done an orange jelly, which has been spiced with cinnamon and cloves, and that's actually then set into an orange peel, so it looks like an orange wedge. And I'm pairing that with the red wine, and the idea is summer, the red wine is slightly chilled. You're going to have a sip of the red wine, then you're going to have the orange jelly, and you're going to go back for the red wine, and you're going to hopefully have the same experience as a sangria.
Warwick, I mean, is a household name. I mean,
Yeah,
Warwick
we like to
First
think so.
Lady. Yeah, no.
Everyone's household.
No, from your
Should be.
reds to your rosés.
That's
you
correct.
know.
Yeah. So we're showcasing quite a bit of our First Lady wines today, which is quite nice. And our First Lady wines are made the everyday drinking style. And the whole ethos behind that is to try to make a Warwick wine for everyone.
Yeah.
We have on our premium stuff, it's all a little bit more expensive, not the sort of stuff you can drink every day. And I'd be lucky to. I wouldn't mind if I could. But so we try to get into that sort of easier price bracket that people can enjoy the wines, smash a bottle after a day of work and all of that, but still have the same sort of quality that we'd have
That's
in all
it,
the other
yeah.
stuff. And that's really what we live by. So yeah, I think we got a pretty cool combination of wines that they're showing today, which is quite nice. And we're very
Okay,
excited.
well, I hope this relationship works, because you've only met in the last few minutes, and he's looking a bit nervous there, but I've got a lot of faith in you, Tom.
I have a long
I've
relationship
got a lot.
with Warwick.
Even though you've got a beard, never trust a man with a beard. That's what
And
my
a skinny chef.
I was just about
that's
to
what
say,
my
chef,
wife's.
I've heard.
Guys, thanks for talking to us.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Have a lovely
Very much.
Hot 919.
Playing the best old school and R&B.